Another request I got was for Sonic 3, and I don't have Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but see, I only have them separately. I get, I'm pretty sure I can unlock Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I mean, the game. I have Sonic 3 and I have Sonic and Knuckles. But, the thing is, I'm terrible with the Sonic and Knuckles half. Don't touch me. Specifically, Sandopolis. I hate that level. I'm sorry if you really like that level, and yeah, I don't like that level. I don't like that zone. Yeah, what I found funny was there's a lot of Knuckles paths in the Sonic 3 half. I think there's a lot more than they are in the Sonic and Knuckles half. I just thought that was kind of funny since, they decided to sell them as separate games before completing the game. When the professor gets his pencil back, I love that dance, by the way. When the professor gets his pencil back, I think of that line he did in Spyro 3 when you go to Agent 9's lab.
What?
When you defeat the last Rhinoc and you get to the portal. Now I can resume thinking. Is that all? Because it kind of goes back to, what are these inhabitants doing, when you finish. It brings to mind another game. I know I'm talking about other games during a Spyro game. I probably shouldn't do that, going off topic and everything. But, I'll explain everything when I get to the major parts, because I'm actually coming up to a mission that everyone hates. But in Jak and Daxter, when you, specifically the part with the fisherman, and when you help the fisherman in the village, well, he's actually in the jungle, but he just stands there, laughing. Are you gonna do anything with those fish? You just gonna stand there laughing? Just stand there. Now, this has a mission everyone hates, but I actually really love this mission. It's like Treetops. I never knew anyone actually hated Treetops, and it's one of my favorite levels. So, yeah, having the flame doesn't help at all with this mission, so nothing changes. But it does help with the other mission in this portal, and I'll mention that when I get to that one. But I'm going to do the Hate It mission first. Now, I can understand why people hate it. I used to I had a terrible time with this as a child. But eventually I got the hang of it. Come on, just hit him. Shows me right for trying to abuse power-up. And oh well. Oh crap! Don't worry, there's a butterfly here. I remember there being a life. Awesome! Yeah, being reckless. I know, you shouldn't do that. Got her before she could break out of the stone. Now, I say her because, you know, it's clearly a she. I mean, it sounds like a she. You can't tell me it doesn't sound like a she when it gets killed. When it thrusts those lava rocks at you, I don't know what the heck it's doing. You really can't tell what gender it is. Probably sounds like something on a Resident Evil or something. Okay, I don't know. Never played that. It was the first thing that came to mind. I don't know. I don't know why. Now, basically what you're doing is following this guy. Don't flame, don't, run into him. I mean, you'll probably want to charge if, he gets too far away from you. Because, like here, for example, see those doors? Once he goes through, they will close if you don't go through them in time. So, yeah, you not only have to be secretive, you have to be quick. Very quick. But yeah, do not flame anything. Don't open any of these baskets or the vases or anything. Now, when I saw Sonic Dude's playthrough, he thought that you couldn't run alongside him and risk coming to this tree. He thought you pretty much had to try and hide behind the tree on the left. Now, as long as you're still alongside Agent Zero, you can pretty much get away with it. And it's actually surprising. See, I can understand why he thought that, because it really does seem like he should see you running alongside him. And you don't really know why he doesn't. I guess the AI isn't that great. But, yeah, as long as you stay alongside him, don't get in front of him. Just stay alongside him and you will make it to that tree. I remember when I first did this, I actually, I went behind one of the trees, the first tree, and, oh come on, I charged into him, I actually went behind the first tree, but I didn't stay behind there. I actually just, I walked right past it, and because I wasn't hidden, he saw me right away, and the mission didn't even start. So yeah, that was hilarious. A scene worthy of a blooper reel, actually. And so are all my little slip-ups here. But that's what happens when you rush. Now this guy is a real jerk. You know what he says? I suppose you want an orb for doing that. Well, I'm afraid not. Like, I should be getting 2 orbs for this. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm selfish. Yeah. Terrible. That's terrible. This is one power-up I would like to see again. But no. I would really love... Okay, you know... Maybe I wouldn't, because... I was going to say I would love to see a new Spyro done in this sense. And, you know, we basically have a Spyro 4 in Enter the Dragonfly. Because these old ones, that's pretty much what it's based on. I mean, it's different. It's frustrating as heck. But the gameplay on its own is the same. You know, it's just this, only annoying. But I would love to see a Spyro 4 done in the same sense as these games. And the reason why I said I probably, you know, wouldn't love that, why am I having so much trouble, is because the way games are being developed now, you know, you probably don't want to see anyone attempt anything anymore. I mean, look at 06. Actually, you know what? I didn't even need to do that. you actually don't need the power-up for this last one. And I'll show you why when it wears off. But yeah, see, Sonic isn't the way he used to be. No one is the way they used to be. Okay, now just stand on one of these and aim for the bell.
Thanks, Spyro.
Of course you didn't think I could do it, you jerk. Yeah, with the way games are being developed now, it's like they really don't want to go back to the old days. Maybe because people, you know, complain that there's nothing new or anything. But the thing is, a sequel is pretty much supposed to fix the problems that the first game had, if any. That's what you want to see in a new game. But that would be so awesome. You know what? Give me a Croc 3. That would be even more awesome. Well, maybe not even more awesome for me personally, because I like Spyro better. But that would be awesome. Because they did great with the first trilogy. I don't see what happened with Enter the Dragonfly. I mean, really, what happened? It really... The only good thing that really came out of that game was how they brought back Stuart Copeland to compose the music. And that's pretty much it. What did I miss this? And I often commented that, I don't know if I ever actually said this in a video, but I commented that it was the 06 of the Spyro world, but the thing is, 06 is such a terrible game. I don't think even Enter the Dragonfly is that bad. Not story-wise, at least. I do like the idea that Ripto came back. I don't like the idea of his monsters suddenly talking when they had no voice to begin with. But, you know, villains returning, you know, when done right, that can be a good concept. And Eggman returns, you know, countless times. But he's just not Eggman in that game. I'm sorry, but that's not Eggman. So, that's actually it for Spyro. You know, once I get all the gems. And I just push all those... I push the L and R buttons. I don't know why. Sparks is still pointing. Okay, where are you pointing at? No. Did I even get all the orbs? Yeah. So yeah, sorry about the rants of other games and everything. But it brings them to mind. You know, you can't help being reminded of another game when you do one. Right? I know I'm not the only one. Now, where am I going? Where are you pointing? You're not pointing here, are you? No. And I can't get back up there. So gotta come through here. There actually is something else I want to complain about, and I'm pretty sure I already did, but it drives me nuts, so I'm going to complain again. Why didn't they do this for Spyro 3? This would have been so awesome. But no, they didn't. Why? I bet someone made a hack where you can actually play this. Someone probably made a hack where you can play the third game with the power-up. But that would have been so awesome to do. Like, why did they only do that for this game? Now, I'm just going to show you Dragon Shores. I'm not going to do anything. Maybe I'll dunk the Yeti? Maybe. It's funny, I said that when I first saw Hydra, I attacked him. Imagine what I thought when I saw these guys. Why are there old Spyro enemies here? Yeah, the Yeti, the Cook, and an Earthshaper. So yeah, do the activities, get tokens. Oh, and he just threw out a baseball. And without the flame, you're supposed to use the baseball. And you can tell from that noise. Well, it's so low, you probably can't hear it, but you can tell from the noise that this guy is making that it's the Cook. What is he? Is he a duck? I don't know what he is. He's obviously a blue, more hideous version of those guys from Sunny Beach that have the those inflatable ducks around them. But yeah. Here's where the power-up is. And before I end the video, how about I show the epilogue? And it's just like the credits. They play the Misty Bog music. Can't even hear it, actually. Had I seen that as a child, because I had no idea you had an epilogue at all, I never would have known Ripto actually survived, because I didn't know he was still alive until I played Enter the Dragon Boy. But yeah, that was the second run of Ripto's Rage. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you got some helpful tips out of that. And if there's anything that I left out, just let me know in the comment section. So yeah, see you next time.